They broke my heart a little bit tonight. Not gonna lie. Let's talk about the Mae Young Classic. What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal Spaz Phoenix, the YWC Realities Check, with your review of the Mae Young Classic, Episode 2 for September 12th, 2018, and it's all good, and there's not much filler. One thing I do like about the Mae Young Classic this time around is they haven't done as much filler. There hasn't been there haven't been too many needless backstage segments. There haven't been too many needless, okay, let's just throw to whoever's running the board in the back to update us on the bracket, because we can update ourselves on the bracket, and you do it after every match, so it's fine. Yeah, we had Samoa Joe in the crowd tonight. Yeah, we had Natty in the crowd tonight. We had members of the Riot Squad, Cedric Alexander, who we'll talk about in a bit. It's all good. It's all wonderful. Everybody's there showing their support, etc. But there's less filler in the show. And to be honest, the show was only about 50 minutes tonight, which doesn't hurt my feelings either. It's been said before, when there's a pay-per-view and the pay-per-view has a short match, everybody gets mad because they feel like they've been cheated. But in an era where wrestling is trying to lean more to the real, where you have people like Deonna Purrazzo and Shayna Baszler and Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir and Ronda Rousey, and we just said goodbye to Brock Lesnar for a while, but when we're leaning so much more towards that real, in real fights, sometimes they end quickly, so that is okay. So the fact that this show was not a full hour doesn't hurt my feelings at all. They did the recap of last week, and they did a couple different times of Michael Cole and Beth Phoenix and Renee Young talking about Mae Young and the Mae Young Classic, and they made some lame jokes about Renee Young. How do you feel about Mae Young? And we could do without that. Michael Cole showing a little bit of his raw side. But the first match of the night, Deonna Purrazzo versus Priscilla Kelly. Now, this is a cool match for me. Priscilla Kelly, somebody that I'm not familiar with at all. A little bit creepy, a little bit psycho, a little bit of a Paige vibe to her, and I just finished watching that great match with Nikki Cross on NXT, so this is all good. Deonna Purrazzo, I've had the fortune to see live at NXT Live. I've had the fortune to see live at Destiny, and I've had the fortune of listening to her when she used to host in the Indies on the Taz show, which I'm a big, huge fan of for anybody that hasn't been paying attention. So somebody that I'm very much behind versus somebody that I don't know, it's all good. Kelly slaps the handshake away, so we don't get the handshake to start the match. I do keep mentioning the handshake because it really does, in these tournaments, whether it be the UK tournament, whether it be the CWC, Mae Young Classic, etc., it does set the tone for the match. Collar and elbow tie-up and some chain wrestling to start. They trade headlock takedowns. Anything you can do, I can do better. It's really good. Head scissor by Kelly. Deonna handstands out of the head scissor. Overhead leg whip by Deonna into an armbar. They sell on commentary. Commentary's okay. Commentary's not great. It's not terrible. Commentary's okay. They talk about the same thing they've been talking about in every single video package that I've seen on Deonna Purrazzo, is she is like the mistress of the Fujiwara armbar, which is good storytelling. Bicycle kick by Kelly and a forearm and some corner chops. Arm drag by Kelly, a running knee and a reverse sleeper, as they called it on commentary. I believe it's a dragon sleeper. It was slightly modified, but I think it still counts as a dragon sleeper. Back elbow by Deonna, chops and a low drop kick by Kelly. STO by Kelly, but a leg swip and a Fujiwara armbar for the win for Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo will go on and face the winner of Karen Q versus Xia Li later on in this round. Now, the Fujiwara armbar looked like it was trying to rip her arm out of the socket, which is fucking good. Deonna Purrazzo is fucking good. Priscilla Kelly is somebody that I hope I see more of. Is she going to be in NXT? Is she going to be in NXT UK, etc.? I don't know. Nice, quick, fast-paced match to get a start. Wasn't perfect. There was a little bit of botchiness here and there. I saw a lot of people calling it out on Twitter. I mean, these are people, not all of them, but some of them that are, this is their first TV experience, etc. Right. I'm not going to harp on it too much, but, it wasn't perfect. And I'm not going to come up to here and say to you guys that it was perfect. But the person I like was winning. Deonna Purrazzo, I'm behind. Rhea Ripley, last week, I am behind. Somebody else tonight, unfortunately, I was behind. But we're going to get there when we get there. Zeuxis, which I can't pronounce to save my life, versus Ariel Monroe, which is apparently Cedric Alexander's wife. And maybe Cedric Alexander shouldn't have brought their daughter tonight, but that's another story for another day. They have a nice handshake, despite the fact that the rest of this match, Zeuxis proves herself to be a full-blown heel. Zeuxis, I have nothing against. Her facial expressions within the mask made me think of Vicky Guerrero, which isn't the greatest thing in the world. And her ring gear was terrible. That doesn't matter, but it's noticeable. I'm just putting that one out there. Anyways, collar double tie up in a right hand by Zeuxis and a headbutt, sidestep and a high knee by Monroe, who slaps Zeuxis in the face. Backhand and a backhand knocked. I can read my writing. I swear to God, guys, it's late in the day. A backhand knockout by Monroe, who then turns around and eats the turnbuckle. Beal by the hair by Zeuxis in an abdominal stretch. Crucifix bomb by Monroe is awesome because it's obviously she's pulling it out on the bigger opponent, which is always more impressive. Camel clutch by Zeuxis, and I really resisted the urge on Twitter to make a camel toe joke. But there, I just made it there, so I'm an asshole. Running uppercut by Monroe. Mule kick and a low mic check. Again, writing sucks. I apologize. Series of strikes by Monroe and a Spanish fly by Zeuxis. And Zeuxis gets the win, which was really deflating because she really didn't do anything in this match to impress me. Like, the camel toe clutch. No. Anyways, she's going to take on either Xia Brookside or Io Shirai in the next round. So, I mean, Io Shirai is one of the favorites in this tournament, and Xia Brookside is the daughter of one of the trainers at the PC, so she'll be going out next round probably, right? Katie Katanzaro versus Rena Gonzalez. Now, I've been saying leading up to the Mae Young Classic, why the hell are they talking so much about this girl and her American Ninja Warrior gimmick? Somebody then went and corrected me and said she's the first woman to ever compete the course, which is fine and well. If she can get it in the ring. And she's facing Rena Gonzalez, who took place in last year's tournament, and she's a bigger girl. You don't notice it until you get these two in the ring, and I think Beth Phoenix broke it down on commentary. Size, reach, and weight, these girls are literally like... Rena Gonzalez is double the size of Kacy Catanzaro. It made me think, and I'm not meaning this in any disrespectful way, it made me think of any time Andre the Giant would put his hand on somebody else's head, so to prove his hand was bigger than his head. This should have been a squash. In any real world that's not pro wrestling, this would have been a squash. There's no real handshake. There's some attempted intimidation by Rena Gonzalez, and Kacy Catanzaro immediately gets into that. Super hyper, super positive, like almost Rey Mysterio type of character. You know, the scrapper, etc., etc. Headlock spin by Rena to start the match. Puts her in the headlock like she's going to drop her for a DDT. Instead, picks her up by the head, spins her around a couple times. If that doesn't set the tone for this match, I don't know what to tell you. Corner beatdown. Rena eats the turnbuckle, and there's a backbreaker by Rena on Kacy. Choke on the ropes by Rena. Snake eyes and a mudhole stomp. Spinning slam by Rena and backbreaker. Inverted lariat by Rena. Front slam and a mudhole stomp by Rena. Rena eats the post, shoulder first, and then misses an elbow drop. 3 drop kicks to the knee by Kacy Catanzaro, working the knee, working the body part, and a trip and a hangman on the ropes. Springboard drop kick by Kacy, and a roll up gets the win. This was fast. This was, as positive as I can say this was a Rey Mysterio moment, if there ever was one, wasn't there? They have this moment where Rena Gonzalez leaves all pissed off, and then she comes back into the ring, grabs her by the hand, pulls her real close like she's going to give her a post-match beatdown, instead gives her the handshake, gives her a little bit of an embrace, and then lifts her up on the shoulder so she can celebrate. So nice little feel-good moment there. Kacy Catanzaro, I can't pronounce names to save my life, I'm sorry, will go on to face Rhea Ripley in the next round. So as much as I thought she was fun in this match, you know where my loyalties are going to be next round. Now, I made it very clear when I did the bracketology video, the girls that I was behind. Rhea Ripley, I'm behind. Deonna Purrazzo, I'm behind. Caitlyn, I'm behind. Ashley, a.k.a. Madison Rayne, I am behind. Taking on Mercedes Martinez from the Mae Young Classic last year. They have the respectful handshake. Commentary goes banana talking about the indie qualifications of both these guys. Every time they say indie, I can't help but think that it's WWE like just pushing the button that ROH and TNA and All In are all indie. This is the big show. It made me smile a whole bunch. It shouldn't, but as I said, I'm an asshole, so it is what it is. Collar and elbow tie and a front face lock by Martinez. They trade wrist locks, a cradle suplex by Martinez, and a jawbreaker by Rain. Butterfly lock by Rain, the corner forearms. Stalling vertical suplex by Martinez. She goes for a second one, but Rain hits a modified RKO, which makes me smile. Sliding lariat by Rain and a spinebuster by Martinez. Forearms by Rain and a lariat and a neckbreaker. Top rope crossbody by Rain and a step-up enziguri. High knee by Martinez and a fisherman buster. Gets the very, very quick and unexpected win for Mercedes Martinez, defeating Madison Rayne, which breaks my heart, but she's going to go face Miko Satomura in the next round. Now, not going to lie, I was really looking forward to seeing Madison Rayne in a WWE ring. I said as much on Twitter before this match started. Didn't think she was going to win, didn't think she was going to stay with WWE full-time. I would have liked to see her in more than one match. Mercedes Martinez made it to the quarterfinals last year, so quarters or semis? One or the other. She lost to Shayna Baszler, and they did a whole like teacher-student story between the two of them at that point. So the fact that she's going to go on in the tournament at least a little bit more, she's going to face Miko Satomura. You got these two veterans in the ring. They're going to tell that story next round. I'm sure this will be the main event of one of the shows in the next round, and deservedly so. I have no problem with Mercedes Martinez. I think she's really cool. I think she could be a definite asset to the roster, even if she's not in the main event scene. Somebody with her experience, you put her in there, let her train people, let her work with can't think of her name right now, Sara Amato, I think is her name. I'm sure she could be like legacy to some of the young talent in the backstage area, like we all hear Natalya Neidhart is. Nothing against her whatsoever. As I say, you guys know where my loyalties lie, and this was my first heartbreak of the tournament. Got it out of the way nice and early. It's a lot of fun, a lot of short matches this week, which is okay, considering I have to review this right after reviewing NXT, and as you can tell, I am very, very tired. Stay tuned for next week. We go for another match in the first round of the Mae Young Classic. Hope you guys are liking this so far. Put your comments down in the box below. I've been Spaz, your YWC Reality Check. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation, keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I'll talk to each and every last one of you later, but for right now, I am... What's going on, guys? I promise I won't take more than 1 or 2 minutes of your time. If you're looking for something different to watch, if you're looking for a new suggestion, Destiny Wrestling, the company that I've been talking about up here in Mississauga for a little bit now, they are having their very first pay-per-view streaming live on Fight TV November 25th. I think they're really good. I have a lot of fun at their shows. You guys should check it out. I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun watching their shows. Let me know what you think. Tell them Spaz sent you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.